Hello everyone, welcome to our class of CA Foundation Quantitative Aptitude. In this class, we'll discuss about the basic concepts of permutation and combination. We'll discuss the numericals which are important for your exam preparation. So before we go further on permutation and combination, let's discuss the basic concept of permutation and combination. So when it comes to permutation and combination, what matters here is that you should understand the concept of factorial. So when we talk about concept of factorial basically represented with the symbol. Okay, so if I saying n factorial, it basically mean n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3, and you will multiply this till 1. Okay, so probably if I'm saying 2 factorial basically means 2, 2 into 1. If I'm saying 3 factorial, it basically means 3 into 2 into 1, that means 6. Okay. So if I'm saying 4 factorial, you have to remember this. If I'm saying 4 factorial, it means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, it means 24. Then if I'm saying 5 factorial, you have to memorize 5 factorial is 5 into 4 factorial. It means 24 into 5 means 120. Then 6 factorial is 720. 7 factorial is 5040. 8 factorial is 40320. You have to memorize these values, this factorial. So probably if I'm saying 8 factorial, if I'm saying 8 factorial, so 8 factorial is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. So imagine if I'm asking you 8 factorial by 5 factorial. So what it will give you? So it will be 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial by 5 factorial. 5 factorial, 5 factorial get cancelled. So 8 factorial by 5 factorial will give you 8 sevens are 56. 56 into 6, you will get 336. Okay, so this basic calculation of mathematics, you should be good with, and this concept of factorial ultimately help you to solve any numericals when it comes to permutation and combination. Still, I have not discussed anything with when it comes to permutation combination application, but you should be good with the basic concept. Like imagine if I have 3%. Suppose I have 3% A, B, C, and suppose if I have three chairs, suppose if I have three chairs, okay. Now, in how many ways a 3% can sit in three chair? Those who understand the concept of permutation combination, they will directly will tell you that 3% will sit in three chair in 3 factorial way or 6 ways. Okay. Otherwise, just assume that we don't know about the concept of permutation combination. Let's do it basic concept wise. So if three persons are there, three chair is there. So whoever is the first person, let it would be A. So that first person can sit in how many ways? He can sit in three ways. Okay. Okay. Out all the three chairs are there. He can sit in any of the three chair. While the second person, when it comes to the second person, for the second person, you have only two chairs left. So the second person can sit in two ways. Okay. Now when the second person has sit, then the third person would sit in how many ways? The third person can only sit in one ways. So in how many ways the three person can sit in three chair? It would be 3 into 2 into 1. It would be 6 ways. And the other way of saying this is 3 factorial way. I hope you have understood. So basically when we are solving the questions of permutation and combination, why we need to know the concept of permutation and combination? Because permutation combination is the advanced concept of counting. Okay, here I ask you three person, three chair, how many ways they can sit. So you can manually do it and you can find ABC. It can be the one way, ACB another way, then BAC third way, BCA fourth way. Okay, then CAB fifth way, then CBA sixth way. So you can find the six ways. Now, if I give you four chair, and if there are four persons are there, suppose four persons are there and four chair are there. So in how many ways they can sit? The answer would be 24 ways. Now finding this manual would be very difficult. Like you have to write 24 ways. You have to write A, B, C, D. Okay, then A, B, D, C. Okay, then you can write A, C, B, D. Okay, A, C, D, B. Okay, then you can write A, D, B, D, A, C, B, D, A, C, D, B. Okay, so then once we are done with this, then you can write A, D, B, C. Like this you have to do. So once I'm done with A, so this once I'm done with A, then I will do with B, then I'll same way I'll do with C, I'll do with D, and then ultimately there would be 24 ways of doing this. So the easier way of getting the answer would be 4 factorial. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And like this, if you have 5%, 5 chair, the answer would be 120 way. So I really don't expect that you can solve it manually, like 5%, 5 chair, and then you can figure out 120 ways and all. That would be very cumbersome work to be engaged on. And suppose if I give you, like, imagine if I give you, suppose if I give you 5 chairs, one, two, three, four, five, and suppose only three persons are there, A, B, and C. So in how many ways a three-person can sit on 5 chairs? The answer for this would be 60 ways. So like how will you can find that if you know the concept of permutation? But since I have not introduced that topic permutation combination, so you have to do it manual way. So when you are trying to do it manual way, okay, he can sit in 5 ways. Okay, he can sit in any chair. B can sit in any of the 4 chair, and then C can sit in any of the 3 chair. So the number of ways they can sit would be 5 into 4 into 3. So this would be 60 ways. Okay. So the easier way of solving the problem when you are facing these kind of issues is to use the concept of permutation and combination. So basically, when we talk about combination, when I am talking about combination basically comes with random selection. When you say combination basically comes with random selection. Okay, so when you are working with on random selection, like you have n object, and from n objects, if you're trying to select r object, then it would be done in NCR way. So the formula for this is you have to memorize the formula, that is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. This is the formula of working on combination. So imagine if you have n objects, the n should be a positive integer and r should be again a positive integer and not more than n. So the value of r is lesser than or equal to n. Okay, so r and n both are positive integer when you talk about combination. Here n and r both are positive integer, and this would be the formula of combination. Combination means random selection. Here the order does not matter. This we called as combination. So like whenever we talk about combination, here what is important for us to understand that the order does not matter, and from n object we are trying to search for r object, and this is your formula of combination. Now when you are working on combination and from n object, if you have selected the r object, and those r object what you get, if you arrange those r object whatever you get in r ways, means in r factorial ways, so then what you get is called permutation. This we called as permutation. This we called as permutation. So when we say permutation, permutation is basically, it is basically random selection. So from n object you selected the r object, random selection followed by random arrangement, random selection followed by a random arrangement of R object. So you got R object and those are object what you get if you arrange them randomly. Okay, then what you get is called permutation. So basically you have to remember the relation of permutation and combination, where NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. This is the important thing you have to understand. So whenever we talk about combination, in combination, we do not talk about arrangement, and when we talk about permutation, there we talk about arrangement. Fine. So here, going further, the concept of factorial is given. Addition rule, multiplication rule, you have to understand. Multiplication rule is like when you can do the events together, then we apply multiplication rule. When the events cannot be done together, so the total number of ways how it can be done, it would be based on addition rule. Imagine that if I have four shirts and five pants, so in how many ways I can wear them? I can wear them in 4 into 5, 20 ways. That is multiplication rule. But imagine if I have four shirts, so in how many ways I can wear them? Four ways. And I cannot wear two shirts together, and also I can at the moment I can wear only one shirt. Okay. So imagine if I have four shirts, five t-shirts, and nine pants. So in how many ways can I wear them? So at a moment I can either wear shirt or a t-shirt. Okay. So whenever the or comes, then you apply addition. Okay. When there's and, you apply multiplication. So these are the basic things of addition and multiplication rule. What you will study here, the concept of factorial already I have discussed. Okay, you just try to do these examples by yourself. First example, 9 factorial by 6 factorial. Like this kind of example already I've discussed. 9 factorial by 6 factorial. If you are trying to do, then it would be 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial by 6 factorial. Then it would be 9 into 8 into 7. 9 8s are 72 into 7. It is 7 2s are 14, 504. Okay. Then next one, if I'm trying to do find x, if 1 by 9 factorial plus 1 by 10 factorial. So find x such that 1 by 9 factorial, 1 by 9 factorial plus 1 by 10 factorial, 1 by 9 factorial plus 1 by 1 by 10 factorial. Okay, this is equal to this is equal to 1 by x by 11 factorial. This is equal to x by 11 factorial. Okay, you want to solve this. So what I can do, I can write 1 by 9 factorial. 10 factorial I can write as 10 into 9 factorial. I can write this as 10 into 9 factorial. And then 11 factorial I can write as 11 into 10 into 9 factorial. 11 into 10 into 9 factorial. So 9 factorial I can take common and I can remove it. So this will be 1 plus 1 by 10 is equal to 1 plus 1 by 10. This is x, right? So x by 110. Okay. So you have to find the value of x. Okay. So here 1 plus 1 by 10 is 11 by 10. 11 by 10 is equal to x by 110. Okay, so 0 0 cancel. So your x is equal to 121. Okay, you can solve it. And then next one, find n if n plus this kind of symbol, what you're seeing is factorial only. N plus 1 factor is equal to 30 into n minus 1. So what they're telling you, this symbol is like this is factorial only. Okay, so here n plus 1 factorial is equal to 30 into n minus 1, right? This is your question. 30 into n minus 1 factorial. So this is n plus 1 factorial is equal to 30 into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, so n plus 1 factorial you can write as n plus 1, okay, into n minus 1 factorial. that is equal to 30 into n minus 1 factorial. So n minus 1 factorial get cancelled. So n into n plus 1 is equal to 30. 30 I can write as 5 into 6. Okay, so your n is equal to 5. Okay. So permutation already I explained you here theoretically the same thing is given. So permutation is all about random selection followed by a random arrangement. That is what we permutation. This is a formula of permutation. NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, you try to just solve this. So how many three letters word you can form from the letter word square? Square is a six letter word. So from how many three letter word you can make? So that would be 6p3. Okay, so from six letter word, if you want to make three letter word, so in how many ways you can do? So that would be 6p3. 6p3 means from six letters, you have to first select three letters and those three letters you arrange in 3 factorial way. So 6p3, if you want 6p3 value, so just draw three lines, three dash. So this would be 6 into 5 into 4. Okay, this would be 30 into 4 means 120. Okay, this is 6p3. So if you apply NPR formula, that is n factorial by n minus r factorial. So for 6p3, it would be 6 factorial by 6 minus 3 factorial. This would be 6 factorial by 3 factorial. Then it would be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. So either you spend 3-4 minutes again applying again the same formula, or always remember that when you are solving this, if I'm asking you like 7p3, so what you have to do, write 7, then 7 minus 1, 6. Okay, then 6 minus 1, 5. Okay, that make write that for three places. Okay, so remember this. So if I'm asking you NPR, so you write n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, and you do this till n minus r plus 1 time. Okay, so you have to fill place in, you have to fill in 5 places. Okay, so here this is the way how you need to do. Okay, so here when I ask you 7p3, so 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So you write till 5. Okay, so imagine if I ask you 12p5, if I ask you 12p5, so what you will do, write 12 into 11 into 10. So 3 times you have written, then 9 and then 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 12p5. Okay, so what I told you, what is n? N is 12. What is r? R is 5. And what is n minus r plus 1? 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So you have to write till 8. Clear, huh? So this is how you do when you have to use NPR. Okay, so and you have to actually fill that in R places. Whenever I'm writing NPR, you basically you 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. You have to make R places like this. You have to make R places, and the last digit would be n minus R plus 1. That would be your last digit. Now you start with n, then n minus 1, then n minus 2. Like this you will do. Clear, everyone? You have apply the logic like this way. Anyone, any doubt? I hope you have understood this. Fine. So like this from hexagon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would be 7p3. 7p3 means 7 into 6 into 5. Okay, as you considering that no letters have repeated. If letters get repeated, it would be different ways of doing it. Okay. So mm, here, if you see example 6, so if 6 times the number of permutation of n things taken 3 at a time is equal to 7 times the number of factorial of n minus 1 things taken 3 at a time. So what you will do, you will basically, when you're solving this, so what they told in the question, uh, say if 6 times the number of permutation taken 3 at a time. So if 6 times number of permutation of n things taken r at a time, okay, uh, is equal to 7 times, is equal to 7 times 7 times the number of permutation of n minus 1 thing. Number of permutation of n minus 1 thing taken 3 at a time. So n minus 1 thing taken 3 at a time. So this you have to solve. So this would be 6 into np3 means n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 is equal to 7 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and n minus 3. Okay, so you can cancel n minus 1, n minus 2. Okay, you can cancel. So this would be 6n is equal to 7 into n minus 3. So 6n is equal to 7n minus 21. So this would be n is equal to 21. So the value of n is 21. Okay. Same wise, compute the sum of 4-digit number which can be formed with the 4-digit 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, and if each digit is used one in the arrangement. So for this kind of sum based problem, so this question comes in IIT exam, sum of n digits. Okay, in permutation combination, if you are using, just apply the formula sum of digits. Okay, and then write how many times the digit is to be formed. 3-digit or 4-digit you want to make, 4-digit number, right? So write 4 times 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 into n minus 1 p r minus 1. Remember the formula. Okay, this is the formula. So sum of digits. So the digit are 1, 3, 5, and 7. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 into 1, 1, 1, 1 into how many digits? N is how many digits are given? 4. 4 minus 1, 3. P, and how many digit you want to create? From 4-digit, you want to make 4-digit number, right? So R would be also 4. 4 minus 1, 3. So this would be 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 into 1, 1, 1, 1 into 3p3 means 3 factorial means 3p3 means 6 only. 16 into 6 into 1, 1, 1, 1. 96 into 1, 1, 1, 1. You can solve this by using calculator. So 96 into 4 times 1 if I do. 96 into 1, 2, 3, 4. 106, 656. 106, 656. This is your answer. So you can check this. 106,656. This is the answer. Same wise, there's a one question is also there in exercise. Here in the exercise, there's one question. This question number 21. No, not 21. Yeah. Question number 19. Same way. Okay. You can try this. And I think answer is option D. So sum of digit 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 into, you want to make a 4-digit number. 20 into 4 times 1. So 20 into 4 times 1, 20, 20 into 4 times 1, right? Because you want to make a 4-digit number. This is the formula into n minus 1 into r minus 1. So, so yeah, so yeah, so 4 digits are there, and for 4 digit you want to make 4-digit number, so it would be 3p3. Okay, this would be 20 into 1, 2, 3, 4 into 6, 3p3. So this would be 120 into 1, 1, 1, 1. You can solve this. 120, 120 into 1, 2, 3, 4. 133, 1,333,20. 1,333,20. This is your answer. And this is the formula, shortcut formula. Otherwise, if you do mathematically, it would be very lengthy. So answer is option D. Okay. Try to solve these questions by yourself, like example 9. Okay. Try to solve 56p r plus 6 by 54 r plus 3 is equal to, you can try to solve by yourself. So this is like this. 56 56 p r plus 6, 56 p r plus 6 divide by 54 p r plus 3 r plus 3. Okay, this is equal to 30,800. This is equal to 30,800. So we have to solve this. So 54 p r plus 3, this is equal to 54 factorial by 54 minus 3 is 51, n minus r, 51 minus r factorial. And similarly 56 p r plus 6, this would be 56 factorial, this would be 56 factorial divide by 50 minus r factorial. Okay, so if you write them, so 56 factorial you can write as 56 into 55 into 54 factorial. Okay, so this you can write as 56 into 56 into 55 into 54 factorial. 54 factorial, 54 factorial get cancelled. Okay, and then this r plus 6, the denominator you have 50 minus r factorial, 50 minus r factorial, this is 54 factorial. So 1 minute. So in denominator you get 54 factorial by 50 minus r factorial. So in denominator you get as 54 factorial into 50 minus r factorial. Okay. And this is equal to 30,800. Okay. So 54 factorial get cancelled, and this uh, and then 56 factorial, 56 into 55, and sorry, this was 50 minus r factorial. This would be, okay, sorry, this would be this 54 r plus 3 when you are solving. So this would be 54 factorial, 54 minus 54 minus r minus 3. So 54 minus r minus 3 factorial. So it would give you 54 factorial by 51 minus r factorial, right? 51 minus r factorial. So here you can 55 into 56. What is 55? What is 55 into 56? That would be 55 square plus 55, right? So 55 into 56 is nothing but 55 square plus 55. And those who know Vedic maths, 55 square would be 3025 plus 55. If I do, I'll get 3080. So 55 into 56 is 3080. So this will give you 10. So 51 minus r factorial, it would be 51 minus r. 51 minus r into 50 minus r factorial divide by 50 minus r factorial. So 51 minus r is 10. So r is equal to 41. So if you solve this, you will get the value of r as 41. Like this, you can solve. Then this is again very important. Uh, Prove that, okay, this all you can do by yourself, proving and all. Okay. In how many ways from 10 member you can select president, secretary, and treasurer? So that would be 10 into 9 into 8. And so from 10 member, you can select any one person post. Then the next post you would select in 9 ways. Then the next post you select in 8 ways. So that is nothing but 10p3. Okay, so these all examples you can try by yourself. Okay, that will help you to get the answer. 4p3 means 4p3 means 4 into 4p3 means 4 into 3 into 2 means 24. So 4p3 the answer is option C, 24. Okay, then 4p4 is again 24. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 7 factorial, already I told you at the beginning of the class only, 7 factorial is 5040. Otherwise, you can calculate 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And 0 factorial is 1. You remember this? 0 factorial, when it comes to 0 factorial, it is 1. Okay. So I can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, so I can write 1 factorial as 1 into 0 factorial. Now 0 factorial is 1 factorial by 1. 1 factorial is 1, 1 is 1. So remember 0 factorial is 1. Okay, so in NPR, n is always a positive integer. Answer is option C. Okay, question number 6. In NPR, the restriction is that your n should be greater than or equal to r. Option B. Okay, this already question number 7. Like I have already discussed in NPR. Okay, the number of factors, how many factors are there? Total r factors are there. I already told you. So in NPR, the last digit would be n minus r plus 1. And total in NPR, you total write the digits till r places. And the last digit would be n minus r plus 1. In NPR, the formula is n factorial by n minus r factorial. Option A. Okay. Question number 9. In NP4, question number 9. Question number 9 is like this. In NP4, in NP4 is equal to 12 into NP2. 12 into NP2. So solve this. NP4 means n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 12 into NP2 means n into n minus 1. So n into n minus 1 get cancelled. So you'll get n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 12. So what is your n? N is 6. So you can write this 6 minus 2 into 6 minus 3 is equal to 12. So 6 minus 2, 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So your n is basically 6. If you don't understand it, solve it by using quadratic equation. And n square minus 5n, so n square minus 3n minus 2n plus 6 is equal to 12. Okay, so n square minus 5n minus 6 is equal to 0. So you know how to solve quadratic equation. N square minus 3n minus 2n minus 6 is equal to 0. So n into n minus 3 minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 0. N minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. But yeah, so there's a mistake here. So this won't be true. Okay. What is the mistake? Because the code that is not satisfying. So n square, this I can write as minus 6n plus n minus 6 is equal to 0. So this would be n into n minus 6 plus 1 into n minus 6 is equal to 0. So n plus 1 into n minus 6 is equal to 0. So the n value is 6. Okay. So the question number 9, your answer is 6. Okay. Question number 10, you can use options to get the answer. NP3 by NP2 is equal to 3. So question number 10 is NP3 by NP2 is equal to NP3 by NP2 is equal to 3. So you can solve this. So NP3 means n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, and NP2 means n into n minus 1 is equal to 3. So means n is equal to 5. Simple, right? So we'll do one thing. We'll do till question number 7 in this class. And then from question number 11, I will discuss in the next video. I don't want to increase the size of the video. So for the time being, thank you everyone for this class. I'll see you all in next video. Take care. Bye everyone.